Good morning everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to discuss about 12th June, the Hindu newspaper analysis. So dear student, the first important news of the day, India and USA inch closer, that means they are very closer to sign a limited trade deal. Okay. So deal is likely to be signed by November. The earlier goal was to finalize the initial agreement by 9th July. So when US tariff kick in, so a sticky issue include high US tariff and still aluminum imports. Okay. So as India and US trade deal including a potential limited mini deal. Mini deal means before signing a big deal, we can find some potential area, we can find some area where there is a convergence of both, both a side agree that we can go ahead, and that we are going to implement. Okay. So next is mini limited concession will likely to be farmed off an original deadline of the fall season. Fall means spring season, no, not actually autumn season. So when between September and November in USA, according to the source said that. Okay. So after Donald Trump coming into power, so Donald Trump imposed high tariff to all its major trading partner and forced them to sign trade agreement. So this is not only with India but all over the world. So to reduce this tariff, India is currently negotiating a trade deal with the USA. So if this trade deal is going to sign, so that is going to helpful both USA as well as India, because most of the manufacturing that is can be shifting to India, and India will get lot of benefit from that. But there are some sticky issue that we need to solve. For example, USA want India should open up its market for US agricultural product, but that our agriculture they are most of farmer are marginal and small farmer. If we opened off our agriculture for foreign farm, if we opened off our agriculture for like foreign farm, so US they can flood our markets with, let's say, the dairy product. So if we open the dairy market for the USA, so they flood our market with their dairy product, so that is going to cause damage to our small and marginal farmers. So that is the reason we are though we have sticky issue, still we are finding issue where there is a converge of interest, we are go ahead with that. Okay. So next is Aadhaar mandatory for Tatkal booking from 1st of July to impose COB on the agent. So that while you are booking the Tatkal ticket, so there are agents who are benefiting, and those who are the real beneficiary, they are suffering. So because of that, government introduced 3 new changes to the IRCTC booking. So first one is Aadhaar based authentication will be mandatory for online Tatkal booking via IRCTC application. Second is Aadhaar OTP verification will be required for all online offline Tatkal booking tickets. That means Aadhaar based verification is OTP, that it will send a OTP to your number, you will have to enter that. And third is agent are barred from booking open day Tatkal tickets during first 30 minutes. That means all the agent they can book after the 30 minutes. Okay. Tatkal ticket shall be available for booking through the computerized passenger reservation system counter in Indian Railway authorized agent only after authentication of generated OTP. Okay. So this move aims to help people get access to the Tatkal ticket in a timely manner, while preventing there are so many agents who are actually benefiting from these things. Okay. So next important news is Axiom space missions postponed to repair the rocket oxygen leak. So recently there is a this is a good moment for India, because our astronauts the Shuklaji is going to travel the International Space Station, but repeatedly this mission is not able to launch because of some weather condition, or recently the leak in the oxygen tank. So SpaceX has said that it is standing down the Falcon 9 launching Axiom space mission. So this can be a prelims question. So they can ask about Indian space astronauts name, the Subhanshu Shukla is traveling under which mission. So they can ask about that. Then they can ask about the SpaceX is standing like which rocket. You need to remember all that. Okay. So next is the Subhanshu Shukla is going to be second person who is traveling to the International Space Station, and first person being the Rakesh Sharma, to allow additional time for SpaceX team to repair the liquid oxygen leaking identified during the post static fire booster inspection stage. Okay. So as part of the launch vehicle preparations to validate the performance, so during the inspection and check, they found that the oxygen, there is a leaking in the tank, so they have to repair that before it launch. Okay. So next is rescuer connect the tow line to the ship ablaze the Kerala after 2 days of effort. So now because of there is a ship there is a ship that is caught fire on the you can say the coast of the Kerala. So due to that, our entire team swing into operation and they try to douse this fire. So now they are able to control that, and after that they will be make sure that all things should be properly managed. And one more incident happened because this cargo is also carrying some hazardous chemical. So there is a threat that this hazardous chemical might this container already in the water, so they might float towards our coast and they might cause damage to our people. Okay? So we need to be very careful. So this is all about this this information, but your homework is you have to study about Indian National Center for Ocean Information. This is on INCOIS. So what are the function, what are the importance of INCOIS? So you have to study in detail. Okay? So this is your task. So next important news, USA China deal is done, tariff to stay at 55%, say the Donald Trump. Recently there is a trade war that is going on between India and China on the issue of tariff, and Donald Trump announced that Washington will get magnets and rare earth minerals from the China under a new trade framework. That tariff to China would be total 55%. Therefore, what happened? China is actually controlling all the strategic or rare earth minerals, and recently imposed restriction on export of this mineral. So because of that, even in Indian, the you can say the car manufacturer, they are suffering a lot. So due to that, USA want a deal so that they will get access to all this strategic or rare earth minerals. Okay. So the USA will provide China what was agreed to include allowing Chinese students to attend the American college and university. Okay. Donald Trump described deal actually a framework to help USA China eventually negotiate sought after trade agreement. Okay. Okay, so this is all about the news. Not much is important. So this is more than important, more than what required for your examination. Next is case filed against the owner of ILSA 3. So you need to know about ILSA 3. So they can ask about prelims. So ILSA 3 recently seen in news related to what? This is a ship that is sunken on the coast of Kerala, and this ship is also contains some hazardous you can say container that is within the water. So that might create some sort of damage. So a case is filed against the owner of the ILSA 3 because they are carrying some hazardous material. So when you are carrying hazardous material, so you need to to inform the authority about that, but they don't inform the authority. So because of that, serious action will be have to taken against them. So next is India European Trade Pact will elevate the strategic ties, says S. Jaishankar. So India and European Union have made progress to discuss related to the free trade pact will be comprehensive and meaningful. So both India and European Union, after signing this trade free trade you can say trade agreement, so that is going to elevate our relationship to the more strategic level. Dekho, it is clearly stated that the strategic interests are linked with the economic interest. When two countries are economically so linked that the strategic interest is going to be very strengthened. Okay? So recognizing the progress in our discussion for comprehensive and balanced meaningful free trade agreement between India and UA, agree that it would elevate our strategic partnership that rapidly acquiring new dimension and facets. Okay, and you can also know that India and European Union strategic agenda, the progress on the India Middle East Economic Corridor project, our joint priority under the Global Gateway, which include clean energy, sustainable urbanization and enhanced connectivity. So here it is very important, India Middle East Economic Corridor. So this is your homework. You have to study about IMEC, detail about it. Okay. So next is today signing of the trilateral cooperation arrangement will benefit the global south. Okay. So we these are going to help the global south. So next important topic is 2 Maoists killed in the Sukma, government to continue operation. So operation carried out by the local police and district reserve guard based on the intelligence input. Okay, based on the intelligence input. These dates are local commander with 5 lakh reward. So recent time we are seeing that lot of success happening in different part of the country against the Naxalism, and this is well in objective of our government to make India Naxal free by by March 2026. So you have to remember by 31st March 2026 you have to remember all these things, so you can write that in examination. Even those who are from Chhattisgarh, they can remember that in that day Chhattisgarh Chief Minister said that 425 Naxal has been killed in the state over last year, and half have added Naxal surrender, and 1443 arrested during the same periods. So ask about anti-Naxal operation during the monsoon month when they was when. So generally what happened during the monsoon season, Naxal operation generally declined, but now Indian government they carried out anti-Naxal operation in a full swing. Okay. So men who indulge in the riot made to clean the debris in Manipur. So recently there is a incident happened, after this Central Bureau of Investigation, they arrested the Meitei leader, those who are involved in the violence activity. So there is a violent protest that is erupt in the Manipur. Okay. So what happened after that? The you can say the our CBI, like the police, Manipur police, those who were protested, they arrested them, and they make condition that if they clean the city and all these things, they will release them. So this is what already allowed under our new law, that is Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. So section 4 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita define that community service as a one of the punishment. So if anyone involved in any sort of bad thing, they can be involved in the community service also. A police official said that 19 men were arrested but booked under the prohibitory section of the law and were released after showing good behavior bond in presence of their family. Okay. This individual found blocking the road and harassing commuter and creating public disturbances, mostly under the influence of alcohol. So it is you can talk about this good thing, changing the behavior of the people. So those who are once protesting, if they are cleaning the street, so that will give a very signals to the youngster that this kind of thing is not welcome in our society. Okay. Next, Rahul Gandhi write to the Prime Minister on the issue of poor hostel condition of marginalized students. So you can see the Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition. So firstly, the condition of residential hostel for students from the Dalit, SC, ST, OBC, they are not in good condition. Second, delay in disbursement of the post matric scholarship. Students are from the diverse background, poor background. We need to ensure timely delivery of their scholarship and good working condition. If student don't find working good hostel condition, it is very difficult for them to study. So one more incident recently happened. Railway suspend 4 officials for sending out old train to the BSF personnel. So recently a BSF personnel had to travel from northeast to the Jammu and Kashmir, but the train that is carrying them having very poor condition on a hygienic condition. Because of that, the railway ministry take very strict action and suspend the 4 officials for that lack of negligence. So next is UPSC declare result of civil servants. You know that. Okay. So how many candidates have cleared the prelims? Okay, so I think not given here. Next is cabinet approve 6,400 for railway project. So the internal detail is not much important, but this much is more than important. Okay. So next is 11th anniversary. The 11th anniversary of Modi government makes speech for Amrit generation. So here the government emphasize the schemes that is being implemented by the government for improving the welfare of the people. So you need to remember the financial inclusion through Jan Dhan accounts, investment in the road, airport. So tell me the scheme that is being implemented to improve the regional connectivity. What is the name of the scheme? In the comment box, that is aim to improve the regional connectivity. Then next is health insurance digital infrastructure project were listed among the government effort in common people's. Okay. So the schemes like these scheme like Atal Tinkering Lab, new education policy, startup ecosystem, self-reliance in terms of defense manufacturing, Lakshpati Didi. So these are few schemes that is being implemented by the government after after Modi government taking into the power. So they emphasize that the Amrit Kal, that is the 75th year of Indian independence. So this is what the achievement of the government. So they want to project. So dear student, those who are giving mains this year, they can join our mains answer writing program. So here you will get the quality evaluation at very nominal fees. Okay. So scan this QR code and to know more about it. So Hindi can be taught along English and mother tongue. So National Education Policy NEP 2020 talked about, you know, 3 language formula. So we need to promote 3 language formula, so that, you know, people of India, they'll learn multiple language, and that will preserve the diversity in language. So Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister said that in the age of technology and artificial intelligence, language is not an issue at all, and people are unnecessarily sticking to their old tradition of center state relations. They say that they should uniform policy to develop fast pace, but there should be not be over centralization of power, it harmful for nation. Okay, so this is what saying, but those who are from the Telangana, if you are giving any interview, it is very important for interview, but in general for GS I don't think this is much important, so you can simply skip it. Okay, just a second. So next we will see about, you know, center trying to kill rural employment. This is what said by opposition. So opposition accused that the central government, they reduced the allocation of fund to the Manrega. Second, recently we have implemented, you know, this is what called Aadhaar based payment system. So you know, here the payment to the labor directly to their account, so that there can be elimination of middlemen. But problem is that because of the system, so that there are so many errors, so people are not able to getting the amount of money, and they are talking about, you know, the money that is payment to the employee, they are like, you know, worker, they are not sufficient. So next is preparation of electoral roll in India is one of the world's most rigorous and transparent exercise. This is what said by our Election Commission of India. So here you can study about detail, so how the process is making. So it is definitely one of the rigorous and robust process, but it is always welcome that Election Commission should make this process more transparent by, you know, disclosing and providing all information related to that to the public domain, so that, you know, there should not be any sort of you know, whatsoever maybe, there should not be any confusion among the public. So next is constitution does not avert its gaze for caste, poverty and injustice. This is what said by the Chief Justice of India. So current Chief Justice of India from the scheduled caste community. So when a person from the scheduled caste community can occupy the post of Chief Justice of India, that is a win of our constitution. Still our constitution is emphasizing on bringing social justice. So center is boosting IT cells to counter terrorist propaganda online, say Home Secretary. Okay, government is finalizing a 20-point integrated plan to curb financial source of terrorism. Okay. So next important point is, you know, Indian Army contingent in Mongolia for Khan Quest. So you have to remember that the name of our military exercise, Khan Quest. So Indian Army contingent arrive in Ulaanbaatar. So Ulaanbaatar is the capital of Mongolia. So multinational military exercise Khan Quest. So USA Mongolia evolved into a multilateral endeavor from 2006, bringing together military forces from across globe to collaborate, enhance their peacekeeping capability. Okay. So nothing much important except the name of that exercise, and I think one day before we have seen the name of one more exercise that is being going on between India and Mongolia. What is the name of that exercise? So please write in the comment box, let me see how many of you know that. So same thing happened, you know, recently India and UK carry out joint naval exercise in the Arabian Sea. So India's Navy stealth frigates INS Tabar and P8I maritime, you know, patrol aircraft. So they are having maritime exercise in the Arabian Sea. So this is you know, turn of large number for Amarnath Yatra. So this is what said by Jammu Kashmir Lieutenant Governor. So recently we have seen that after Pahalgam attack, so people, those who are traveling to the Jammu and Kashmir, there is a dip in the tourism activity. So the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu Kashmir appealing to the peoples to come large number for the Amarnath Yatra. So next, 3 workers killed in the explosion at the Tamil Nadu firecracker factory. So देखो, this is not much important for your prelims, but you can know about, you know, how our factory, how our workers, how they are vulnerable for, you know, all these sort of things. So you can use this example as a single point or support that. So these are not much important for, you know, for prelims or mains, but you can use them as a fodder. So next is center to revise the AC temperature range for more efficiency. So if you look into your AC, household AC, so you'll find that, you know, the standard temperature, you'll find it is around 16, like default temperature, or 17 or 20 degree or 21 degree. but if you find really in Indian environmental conditions, 24 degrees Celsius is quite good and it is quite compatible. Okay, so but because of setting the temperature at the default level at very low temperature, that is going to cause waste a lot of energy. So that cause waste of lot of energy, and that by improving the default range of temperature, you can ensure that environmental protection as well as saving of our electricity bills. So Bureau of Energy Efficiency, that is BEE. So Bureau of Energy Efficiency is engaging, preparing a framework to standardize the default temperature for air conditioning. Like the moment you turn on your AC, what is the default temperature that is going to show to you? So it is going to be 20 to 28 degrees Celsius to improve energy efficiency of the country. Okay, so some state have requested to consider regional wise humidity factor while making the guideline, because state having high humidity, they need to be having different criteria, and state having low humidity, they need to have different criteria. So this the temperature range is also applicable for AC in the cars also. So the announcement come at a time when power demand is peaked at 241 gigawatt. So we can say that the peak demand of power demand of India is 241 gigawatts at current level. So that move was aimed at improving energy efficiency in the country. And if you reduce 1 degree Celsius in your AC, it will save 6% of your energy. There are crores of ACs in country, and every year one are getting installed. So if you save, so imagine how much amount of energy we are going to save. So BE is under the Ministry of Power. So your homework, I am just explaining once again. Dear student, I am going to give you daily 5 to 6 tasks. So your work is to study about that task after completion of the video and make some note of it. So it is my guarantee you will get 20 to 25 marks in your prelims. So prelims should not be our headache. So today's task is you will study about BEE. Okay? So you have to study detail about BEE. It is established Bureau of Energy and Bureau of Energy Efficiency. It is established under which act? What are the important provision? Detail about it, all the things. Okay? So what are the rating it is published, what kind of item is comes under this rating system. So you have to study everything. Okay, BE comes under the Ministry of Power, promote use of energy efficiency process, equipment, device and system. It takes steps to encourage preferential treatment for use of energy efficient equipment and appliances. Okay. So next is this is a very good example, not much important for your prelims and mains, but you can use this as an example to support your answer in the mains answer writing. So polluting plant is an eco-sensitive the polluting plant in eco-sensitive zone in Uttarakasi, draw the public so the solid waste incinerator installed in the Gangotri, Uttarakasi district of Uttarakhand has create a uproar in the environmental, because in eco-sensitive zone, that means eco-sensitive zone are established around the national parks or tiger reserve. So these zone, there should not be any developmental activity should not be carried out, but by establishing this incinerator plant, so it is going to create lot of pollution, and because of that pollution it is going to harm this core area of the national parks or the tiger reserve. So that is the reason we can say it is creating lot of noise among the public. So this incinerator was set up under the Prasad scheme. So what is the full form of Prasad? Pilgrimage, Rejuvenation, Spiritual Augmentations Drive scheme of the Union Ministry of Tourism. So this was created under the Prasad scheme. This is a central government scheme. So dear student, you can join our Dronacharya Year-long mentorship program. To know more about it, you can simply scan this QR code. So human oversight, key to safe use AI healthcare से expert. देखो, no doubt after coming of AI, so healthcare sector have been revolutionizing, because first diagnostic and knowing everything is well and good, but thing is that we also need to have human factor, because ultimately the AI, they are biased, they are operating on the basis of algorithm. So same human bias can be found there. Over reliance on the AI can have you can say disaster consequences. Sometimes they also mislead us to take some wrong decisions. No doubt we can use AI in helping our decision making, while we need to ensure the oversight of the human being. So here you can say that researcher at IIT Madras and Transnational Health Science Technology Institute of Faridabad developing an artificial intelligence model to use ultra sonograph picture to predict the age of fetus. So this is called Garbini GA2. So if they ask about what is the Garbini, what is the objective of Garbini, or Garbini recently seen in news related to what? It is a model, AI model, that is able to predict, successfully the age of the fetus. Okay. So so this is what it is talking about. It collect lot of images from the pregnant women who have visited to these hospitals, and by analyzing this the images, it is able to predict the accurate age of the fetus. But there are other operation as well, where it is clearly seen that over reliance on the AI led to the biased, sometime inaccurate decision making. So no doubt AI is going to helpful our doctor to take perfect decision, but we have to be very careful. So at the same time, privacy concern is also very careful. But by putting so much of information on the AI, so we are also exposing our privacy information to the AI. So it is AI, so we don't know what is the algorithm, what is the misuse, what is the abuse of that. So that is what concern is all about. Okay. So here it is given one more thing. This is just like how AI can be helpful. So to conduct autopsy, that is what called postmortem. So it is taking conventional, it is taking a lot of time to know the exact cause of death. But by using AI and X-ray scan, we can conduct that within a half an hour. But here no need for any operation, nothing. So by having scan and other sensor, we can ascertain exact cause of the death. Okay. And in India law that is protect data, they are either the Information Technology Act or Digital Personal Data Protection Act. But they are not clearly mentioned about what kind of data protection. So all these things, so there are a lot of gray area is there, so that might be misused. Okay. So next good article in UAE, Indian expat longing for monsoon find rain. So actually here it is given something. So UAE, the most UAE resident are foreigner, among them 3.5 million Indians are residing there. So you can note them down. Good morning dear. So you can note them down. So how many, number of Indian people who are residing in UAE. So you can have idea about that. Okay. So despite use of advanced cloud seeding technology, UAE has an average yearly rainfall of 50 to 100 mm. Most of its fall during short intense winter. So dear student, tell me in the comment box, in the cloud seeding, which chemicals is used in cloud seeding? Which chemicals is used in the cloud seeding? Please write comment in the comment box. Let me see how many of you know that. Okay. So I think this is important news, not much is important. Good morning dear. So again the Vance and Rubio play key role in Indo-Pakistan de-escalation said by the Trump nominee. So again this claim once again claimed by the Donald Trump, the USA officials, that it is the USA role, like JD Vance and Rubio, they play key role in de-escalation of tension between India and Pakistan, which is clearly denied by India. Okay. So next is World Bank cut the growth forecast for India. Okay, so they reduced the forecast for 6.7 to 6.3%. Okay, because of you can see World Bank has cut its growth forecast to 6.3 from current fiscal year, from 6.7 it has predicted in January, citing dampening export and investment growth. Okay. So one more thing, the World Bank new forecast. So World Bank publish a report. What is the name of that report? You have to remember here. So Global Economic Prospect. So Global Economic Prospect report is published by World Bank. So World Bank publish कौन क्या करता है? Global Economic Prospect. So there is one more report published by IMF. So what is the name of that report? The report that is published by IMF. Please write in the comment box name of that report. Let me see how many of you know that. So according to the World Bank report, India is projected to be the fastest growing rate among the world's largest economy. So major economy. So you can say fastest major economy of the world. So next we will see about global alarm rise, Greenland and Iceland hit by the recorded. So because of global warming, the temperature over the Iceland and Greenland is rapidly rising. So if the snow there is start melting, so it will cause the rising of the sea level, and which is very devastating. So the first time you can see here. So the part of Iceland saw temperature turning 10 degrees Celsius above the average, and country set record its warmest temperature May. So it is 10 degree more than the average. So whatever may be the average temperature, it is more than 10 degrees. So which is very severe, and it might cause sea level rise also. So here you can see, as the Greenland ice sheet melt, it release massive amount of fresh water into the salty ocean. Scientists say that could slow down the Atlantic meridian overturning circulation. So dear student, it is your homework, study about MOC. So it is Atlantic meridional overturning circulation. So what is it, how it is going to impact the marine organism and current oceanography, everything you have to study about how it is going to impact the climate also. Okay. So that circulate from the Gulf of Mexico across the Atlantic oceans to Europe and Arctic. So such slowdown could disturb the global climate and weather patterns. Okay. So you have to study all these things. So melting of ice sheet and glacier also contribute to the sea level rise, which is threatening the this threatening to flood the coastal globally and inundate the low lying area of the Indo-Pacific regions. So yeah, Pacific island like Fiji, there are so many small islands, they can be face threat. So union government to yield the quality control stick to drive the export. So there is a planning that union government is used to control sticks to promote the export. So center is not keen to providing subsidy. Quality control order will be push industry to become internationally competitive. So instead of we are using subsidy, government is planning to promote the quality so that our product will be accepted all over the world. Okay. So next, the why Malta golden passport scheme scrapped. So just read it out, not much important. Even if you are not able to understand, you can skip it, but you need to map the location of Malta. So you have to find the location of the Malta and just read the summary. So citizen by investment, known as a golden passport, a residency by investment, or golden, like if you invest there, you will get a citizenship. So that is what the gist. So the European, the Malta is part of the European Union. So European country oppose that under this scheme. You are simply giving your citizenship by by monetary value, like you are just selling your citizenship. So and once you are citizenship of Malta, that means you automatically have access to the Europe also. So that is going to be security threat for Europe also. So this is not much for our examination apart from just knowing the scheme and Malta location. So that is what very important. No need to study everything, you need to find the important point that is important for us. So here it is one thing that is also important. So you can say in 1992 there is a treaty signed, that is name is Maastricht Treaty. So that is what govern the citizenship of EU. So European, it is your homework, study about the European Union, like when European Union is formed, how many countries are part of the European Union, and comment in the comment box whether Britain is the part of the European Union or not. If not, then why, like when it is separated, whether it was part of the European Union or not. So comment in the comment box, let me see, and you have to study detail about that. Okay. So next, a different approach to the caste census. So let me see about details. So Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs chaired by the Prime Minister Modi conducted a caste enumeration census under Article 246. Okay. So caste, so caste the census that is falling under the Union List 7th schedule of the Constitution. Okay. And this is the first time after the independence we are going to conduct the caste census. So before we have conducted a caste census, that is called socio-economic caste census, but that census is full of error. So government abandoned that and abandon that because same caste is enumerated multiple number of time which cannot be used. So this is going to be first census that is having caste data. But before all our census we are used to collect the caste of only SC/ST data is available. Okay. So just read it out, you'll find I have already highlighted it. Okay. So recently we are seeing that though like what is juvenile? Juvenile means children, those who are below the age of 18, and if they involve any sort of crime, they are called juvenile. So recently it is seen that though crime committed by juvenile is declining, but the severity of the crime is increasing. Those who are committed crime, in that the severity of crime is increasing. So here just read it out, it is already given very well, so you'll understand it. Okay. I think dear student, due to lack of time I'll have to end here. ठीक है. सो दिस इज़ माई फर्स्ट टेस्टिंग वीडियो इन दी लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग. सो डियर स्टूडेंट, इफ एनी सजेशन फीडबैक प्लीज़ गिव इट टू मी. So according to your suggestion I'll make video. Okay dear student, this is all about today. So please write, comment and like this channel, and please subscribe the channel and share this video with your friend. If you have any suggestion please write in the comment box, I'll implement that. ठीक है dear student, चलिए bye bye, take care.